What's number 6?
Should I add in there for 6?
Good evening, everybody. Anybody woke out there? Good evening, everybody.
Why do I always forget to turn off my
Anybody woke out there?
video?
Put that on mute. Okay. That's better. Hey, everybody, what's going on? I know it's late. Some people are probably in bed while I'm woke, working on something. Working on a little something for a cake that I have to do. And I have right here some fondant, which I have to break. I have to break this stuff up. But anyway, vegetable oil. I have to make a Cleveland Browns cake.
Good night.
Good night. Love you. Make sure you bring your stuff back in the put in the sink when you're done. But see that thick brick of fondant is now a little bit more elastic, so I can work with it a little bit better. But yes, I have to make a Cleveland brown cake, and let me see if the cake is done. And it looks like it's done. Clean fork. Cake is done. Okay. Oh, y'all couldn't see me take the cakes out the stove, but they right behind me on the counter. They're cooling off right now. But yes, I have a Cleveland's brown cake. Let me get a little more oil that I have to make for somebody who is going to be 30. Some guy, and I guess he's a big Cleveland Brown fan. And he asked me to make him a Cleveland Brown cake. For those of you who don't know, I am a personal custom cake decorator. So every now and then, people hit me up to do a cake for them. Hold on, I forgot one of my supplies that I need. Okay. I have to grab me a towel and my roller pen. I have a small roller pen. Now, when you're working with fondant, you can use a small roller pen. If you're not like covering the whole entire cake in fondant. If you're just working with fondant pieces, then you don't need the big roller pen, which is, where's my big roller pen so I can show you? Is it up here? Oh, you know what? It's probably in one of my, oh, here it is. Here it is. See this? It's really big. This is a big rolling pin. It's about, goes across my body. That's how big it is. So if you're working with fondant and you're trying to cover an entire cake, that's what you would do. That's what you would do, is get a big rolling pin. Because when you roll all the fondant out, and after you knead it and knead it and knead it, as you know, so you can work with it. Basically with fondant, a lot of people don't like fondant, by the way. But fondant, if you know anything about cakes, or if you ever ordered a cake or a wedding cake or anything like that, you know, and I have oil on the table too to help me roll it. But if you know anything about cakes, you know fondant is much more expensive than what I'm thinking, buttercream frosting. Matter of fact, let me break this down a little more. It's more expensive than buttercream frosting. So, and the reason why it's more expensive because it's more time consuming, way more time consuming than just working with frosting. Frosting is very easy to make. People don't realize that. It's very, very easy to make. A lot of people buy frosting from the store. Did you see my face? Like, ugh. No, but seriously, for a custom cake, of course, you don't use frosting from the store. Frosting from the store is okay, though. Like, for somebody who just wants to bake a cake for their family, for their kids, you know, somebody who's not actually a baker, you know what I mean? You can buy it from the store. Of course, you can't get real creative with it. Basically, all you can do with it is spread it around the cake. That's about all you can do with the frosting. Because it's not made to be stabilized or thick enough so you can pipe it, put it in a piping bag, and you know the bags they use to decorate the cakes, piping bag, and you know. So what I'm doing, just looking at this. Yeah, but so anywho, I think I might have enough here. Cleveland brown colors that I'm going to be using. It's already open. I'm gonna use the colors of orange. It's like an oranges. That's that oranges, like a burnt oranges kind of color. So I have orange right here that I just put. If you can see it, okay. I put a little orange in here because I'm gonna start off with orange, and of course it's gonna be too orange, so I'm gonna have to tone it down to get like a burnt orange color. I need some more oil on my hands. Fondant, to keep it workable. For a bigger cake, if I'm doing, see my hands are turning colors. For it to be workable, as far as like, for a, see, that might be enough. I think I might need a little more fondant. But for it to be workable, some people use cornstarch if they were actually kneading it and stuff. They use cornstarch because if you're covering an entire cake with fondant, like after you frost it, after you cook it and layer it, it cools down, you layer it, even level it, I should say, and then you frost it with your frosting, in between each layer, all around, got your frosting all nice and neat, how you want it, really smooth, because once you put the fondant on top of it, you have to smooth the fondant out with a fondant smoother. So you want to make sure your frosting is really smooth on the cake first. And then you would put, adding a little more orange to this, you would put, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Then you would start putting the fondant over it, but to roll out the fondant, you would need that big pan that I showed you. If you're covering a cake, you need that big pan, and also either starch, cornstarch, or either powdered sugar. Some people like to use cornstarch. Some people like to use powdered sugar. I normally use cornstarch if I'm covering a big cake. I use cornstarch to do that. But again, it's an individual choice. If you look online, you'll see all kind of cake videos, like how-to videos. Now I'm putting some brown in here. See, it's a big orange ball. I hope y'all can see that. Big orange ball. Add just a little bit of brown, just a tiny speck of brown, because I don't want it to overpower my orange. I just want it to darken it a little bit. Just darken it a little bit. So I'm kneading it again and again. And if it happens to be too dark, then all you have to do is just add a little bit more orange to it. One thing about coloring, when you color in frosting, when you color in fondant, it's not that hard. There's even color charts. If you want to figure out like how to get what color, especially if it's like a wedding cake. And like, let's say somebody, what did I make one time for somebody? I made some chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats. Yes, chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats, shaped in hearts. And the guy, he wore one color, for the wedding, and of course the lady, she wore like a different color, but it was like they were correlating, you know what I mean. But still, his was like, I can't remember what color his was, but it was two different colors that I had to make for the wedding party. Okay, here we go. A little burnt orange. Look at that. See, it's a little more toned down. Just added a drop, just a tiny drop of brown. So now I'm gonna roll it out, and I'm just using this just to make the word Cleveland. Makes the word Cleveland. And let me knead it a little bit more. But I'm gonna make this as the word browns. My bad. That white right here, I'm gonna use that to make the word browns. I mean Cleveland, and I'm gonna use this orange to make the word brown. So the cake colors are gonna be burnt orange and also a little bit of white and some brown. And then with the brown, I'm going to make some brown fondant too, because I'm going to put little footballs, like the little, well, I can't make a football shape, but you know what I mean, just a little football. I'm going to make about maybe 8 of them, so that I can, okay, where's my cutter? Make about 8 of them so I can put them all around the cake. And this guy who asked me to make the cake for him, I don't know if I said it already, but he is going to be 30. So he wants a dirty 30 cake. So I'm going to have dirty 30 on the cake as well. But I'll do that later. Right now, I'm going to make my letters. And I have one of these. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the whole alphabet all crammed into this one little lid, like can thing. And then I have the numbers. I also have numbers that I have too. And if you wanted bigger numbers, you can use bigger numbers, but since this is going to be a 9-inch round cake, I don't want really huge numbers, so I have to use my smaller set of letters and numbers, because I don't want it to, if I make it too big, since it's only a 9-inch round cake, if I make the letters too big, you wouldn't be able to see everything on one side. You would have to literally turn the cake around to see what it says. And you want the cake to have all the main words or designs on like one side so you can see it. If it was a big huge cake, like 10, 12 inch, 14, 16, bigger than that, then yeah, you could like make the letters bigger, because they, okay, you guys get what I'm saying. But anyway, hey Deacons of the Vents, how you doing? Good evening. I'm just up here working on a cake, a birthday cake, a Cleveland Browns cake, and I'm just in here chit-chatting with everybody. Chit-chatting. While I'm talking cake, we can talk about other stuff too, if you guys want to talk about other stuff too. I was live with you guys yesterday, I think a couple of times yesterday, and what did I review? Star. I'm like, hold up. What did I review? I'm interested in learning how to bake your cake from scratch. Oh, okay. Well, baking cakes from scratch. I have a cake decorating channel called Tanya's Delights. Slice by Slice. It's a cake decorating channel, not a cake tutorial channel. So I'm like what I'm doing right now. I'm just showing you a little bit of what I'm doing now is kind of what I do on my other channel. I basically be in the decorating process. I don't. It's not specifically a tutorial cake channel. Why? Because there's so many already out there. There's so many cake tutorial out of the millions of channels on YouTube. Probably I say maybe 3/10 of them are cake decorating channels, like real stuff. So I just do a cake. Sorry, I was looking for my letters. I just do cake decorating, and it's still not a tutorial. It's basically just me decorating cakes while chit chatting with folks. If you want to ask me about anything that I'm doing, feel free. Always feel free to ask me anything. But as far as baking a cake from scratch, again, it's so many channels on YouTube, so many websites. Any cake you can imagine that you want to make, whether it's a liquor cake or triple chocolate fudge cake, or it's so many different kind of cakes out there. Better than sex cake. You can just look up a recipe on any website. Hey Gina, what's up, Miss Gina? How you doing? How you been, honey? How you been? I'm looking forward to your networking party, Miss Gina. I cannot wait. And now I have my community tab. Hey, so I can actually share stuff. I'm so excited. I'm like so excited. So I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait. But yeah, as far as like you were saying, Deacon, like I was saying, it's just so many websites out there on how to bake a cake. Add your eggs, add this, add your oil, add this. So that's why I didn't really that's why I really didn't create a cake tutorial channel to just show people how to make a cake. Making the cake is the easy part. Decorating the cake is the more in-depth part. The hardest part about making a cake is decorating. And that's like real talk. But I got my letters done, so let me find my little... But what's up, Miss Gina? These YouTube streets has been on fire, huh? I saw your chat the other day. Well, I was on your live the other day when you were talking about what's her name? Joyce or something. She does like makeup. And I had actually never even heard of her, but then I went to her channel and she seemed like a pretty cool lady. So, it's so much be going on. Like I said, if I was to be like some of these people who do, who most of their videos are basically reporting what's going on YouTube, there would not be enough time in my life. Because there's always a beef going on, like every day on YouTube. I can barely keep up with my TV shows that I Beauty by Joyce Vlogs. That's her name. Um, I can barely keep up with all the TV shows that I review, and to keep up with all these fights on YouTube, man, that's a lot of energy. That's a whole lot of energy, and that's why I watch Tracy, because Tracy has time for that. I don't know how she finds time, but Tracy has time for that. Tracy living my truth. She reports everything. If I miss something, you said they was coming oh man. If I miss something, if I miss a beef, a fight, anything, all I have to do is go to Tracy's channel and get my life. That's all I have to do. Tracy would tell it like it is, and she tries her best to stay neutral. You know, not really picking sides, especially if you don't really know the person, know the YouTuber that you're reporting on. It's best not to pick sides, because when you pick sides is where you get in trouble at, because people think you're biased. And when you're reporting the news per se, on YouTube, it helps to be, it helps to not be biased. You said Tracy gets their butts together. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And don't mess with her brother Jay. She love her some brother Jay. Do not mess with him. I guess I could have told y'all I was about to get up. I kind of forgot y'all was on for a second there. But anyway, yeah, but you said they was going at, see, I had saw where they was going at her at one point in time, Miss Rita. And Rita the baddest roaster or something like that. And I was like, man, they going in on her. And I really don't know too much about her. So, I'm just watching the videos. As Brother Jay say, I'm just watching the videos. And they was going in on her. And then she was going in. Then she was crying. And I was like, Miss Gina, sometimes, boy, I just be like, why do people constantly be in beefs all the time on YouTube? I just thought I can't do it. I can't. Now I understand sometimes if you want to do a clap back, if somebody's popping off to you and you do a clap back, to basically let them know you ain't the one ain't you. But just always constantly, I don't know. I guess I enjoy peace too much. I enjoy my peace too much. I like waking up in the morning with no troubles on my mind. No enemies. You gonna always have haters. Most of the time you don't even know who your haters are, and some of the times they hater friends. A lot of times they are hater friends. And yes, she is funny. I watched her a couple of times. I just recently subscribed to her maybe like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Because a lot of these people, I don't even know who they are until it's usually a beef. Ain't that funny? That's crazy. A lot of people I come across, it's because they're in a beef and everybody is talking about it. So there you have it. Clicks and views. It's definitely one way to get some clicks and views. But I can't do it. I mean, thank God I haven't been in a beef or anything on YouTube. I was about to say Facebook. there either. Because I remember when Facebook first came out. Oh my God. Well, not when it first came out, but when I first found about Facebook. I was like, is this where everybody at? Remember everybody used to use, what was that other one? Not Facebook. Oh my God. The other social media site. Oh my God, what's the name of it? I can't even remember the name of the other social media site that came out before Facebook. But anywho, I'll think of it. Or y'all remind me what it was. MySpace, thank you. Hey Chris Bruce, hey, what's up? MySpace. That's it. When I first found out about Facebook, after being on MySpace for a while, I was like, is this where everybody at now? And I remember somebody kept telling me, girl, you ain't on Facebook? Girl, everybody on Facebook, where you been? I was like, what's a Facebook? But yeah, that's what it was. It was MySpace. And how many people still got their MySpace accounts? I do. I don't ever go on there, but I do. I ain't even gonna lie. I still got my MySpace account, and every now and then I'll go on there just to check to see if anybody has reached out to me, you know, on there. People who might still be using it, you know, people who still have accounts over there. Because MySpace is still a good way to reach out to people if you still have your account, even if you're not over there as much. So, but yeah, as far as Rita, it's the baddest roaster, right? Rita, the baddest roaster. I'm gonna have to check that out because actually earlier I was supposed to do a live on what show? Empire. Today Wednesday, right? Yep, on Empire. But I was tired. I've been going hard. Yeah, Chris, same here. I have old pictures that's on there, you know? And just like if, let's say, there becomes a bigger social media site than Facebook, you know, besides YouTube, of course. You know, YouTube, people can interact with you, but, you know, not like MySpace or like Facebook, where you can upload pictures all the time and you don't have to be in a video for people to, you know, reach out to you. You can just type, post all day long. But yeah, if there was to be one bigger than that, then people would still have a Facebooks, especially people like me, or like you were saying, you know, people who post a lot of pictures. Like I have so many pictures on my Facebook. I mean, pictures from, you know, the time you first started. Pictures of when my kids were little, sports, talent shows, music shows, from their birthdays, everything. Still on Facebook. So that's another reason why I haven't closed out my MySpace either, because once you post so many pictures on those things and you try to like download them, when you got thousands and thousands, like I got so many pictures on Facebook, it's ridiculous. Another reason is because I'm a personal custom cake decorator, so I post a lot of pictures of my work on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but on Facebook, and on my Facebook cake decorating page. So ain't no way you're gonna have time to download every single picture when you have thousands and thousands. Well, maybe not thousands, but hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, you know. But anywho, yeah, I'm going to have to check that video out, Miss Gina, because, oh yeah, what I was about to say earlier was I had, how long has it been? 34 minutes. Let me flip these cakes out onto a cooling rack. beautiful chocolate cake. And it rolls very nicely. Now, of course, when you're making a cake, if you are making a personal custom decorated cake, all this dome right here, you know, you have to level that off till it's flat. Level it off to like the sides till it's flat all the way across. But I baked 3 of these because it's going to be a 3-layer cake. So I baked 3 chocolate cakes. Let me wash my hands. But yeah. And normally after you cook a cake around that size, like 9-inch around, 8-inch around, you know, or smaller, you want to flip them out the pan after you take them out the oven and let them sit in the pan. Not on the oven. Don't ever put your hot cakes on the oven to cool off. I mean, it's hot. The oven's hot. That might sound like duh to some people, but I mean, especially if you cooking a lot of cakes and you have to decorate a lot of cakes, you don't want to sit them on the stove because that takes longer for them to cool off, and it also keeps the cake cooking too long. So you don't want to like burn the bottom of the cake from it sitting on the oven. But anyway, sit it on the counter somewhere, let it cool off for about 25 minutes. Longer if you're doing a sheet cake, of course. If you're doing a sheet cake, longer. Let it sit much longer because it takes longer to cool off. But you know when it's time to flip your cake out, when you can pick the cake pan up from the bottom and it doesn't burn your hand and it's cool. Not necessarily cold, but it's not cold, but it's just a little warm. After like 20-25 minutes, you'll still feel the pan, and it'll still feel like, you know, warm because the cake is warm, but it's not no longer hot to where you know, burn your fingers. So always wait like 20, 25 minutes. I actually went 35 minutes because I was talking to y'all and forgot about them. But if you wait too long to flip your cakes out, when you flip it out onto the cooling pan, it might leave a little cake on the inside of the pan. So, and then that'll be more trouble for you because you'll have to do extra work to level off the cake because part of it's going to be inside the pan. So, anyway, yeah, you like chocolate cake? Yes, it's a chocolate cake. It's going to be chocolate cake with vanilla buttercream frosting. Normally, chocolate cakes normally come with chocolate frosting, but in this case, because of the colors that the guy wants on the cake, it's a Cleveland Browns cake. So the colors are going to be like an orangish color, brown, white, you know, different colors. With chocolate frosting, you can't make chocolate frosting into another color. So, so I told him that. I'm like, I know you want chocolate cake with chocolate frosting, but you can't color chocolate frosting, so the outside of your cake is just going to be brown. I mean, I could highlight it with fondant pieces like I'm making now, like for the letters for the Cleveland Browns, but the design I have in mind and the design he had in mind with all the different colors, it's best to just make him a chocolate cake and then do vanilla buttercream instead of chocolate buttercream frosting. And then I could color all the frosting. So, yeah. But, yep, that's what he wanted, a chocolate cake. So, that's what he's getting. But, yeah, if he didn't have, like, a specific design like that, that involved different colors, then, yeah, I would have just made chocolate frosting to go on the cake. But that's not what we're doing. So I made my letters. That's for the Cleveland. That's for the Browns. I made 2 sets of the word browns. Because I'm gonna put 1 set on top of the cake, and I'm gonna have a big 30 on top of the cake, and then on the side of the cake, I'm also gonna put Cleveland Browns on the side of the cake with fondant letters, and then on the back of the cake, it's gonna say Dirty 30 on the back of the cake. So then I'll make some little footballs and um, that little mascot, the little mascot for Cleveland Browns. I don't even know what that mascot is, but I'm gonna put that on the top of the cake as well. But yep, so now I'm gonna use my white fondant, which has kind of dried out a little bit, but all you have to do, if you're just making letters or something like that with fondant, just add a little bit of vegetable oil, just a little bit. But yeah, Miss Gina, as I was saying about Rita, I had seen earlier where she was in a car and she was going off, and I think there were people like in her chat going off on her, and I was like, what is going on? Why do they not like this lady? Like, I mean, I don't know her personally and everything. I've seen some of her videos where she be roasted and gagging, and she be like, what's that she say all the time? Listen. She be like, listen. But she has like that East Coast Baltimore strong, she has a strong accent, and so it sounds funnier coming from her when she says listen. And there's something else that she always says. I can't remember what it is right now, but I thought she was pretty funny. That's why I was like, why is everybody coming at this lady? What did she do so wrong? I mean, I don't know. So y'all let me know. I mean, I don't know. I do not know. Most of the time when some YouTube drama is on YouTube, a lot of times I have no idea who the people are until I happen to just see it trending. Then I'll be like, hold up, what the heck is going on? You said, what is the weirdest design request you've had? Hold on, let me see if I can show you. Hold on. Negra, that's it. Hey, Mama Sislo. That's it, Negra. But the way she says it is like, the way she says it is everything. I can't say it the way she says it. Let me see if I can find. I have a whole bunch of pictures on my phone. Matter of fact, I think I posted it on my. Hold on. I think it's on my Facebook. Hold on. Let me go to my Facebook. Hold on, just give me a second and I'll show you a picture of the weirdest pig that somebody has asked me to make. Okay, I'm scrolling. It wasn't that long ago, so it's not going to take me that long to find it. Okay, here it is. All right, let me pull up the internet view so you can see the internet view. Let's see. Okay. Internet. Hold on. Let me make it big. Okay. Dang it. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't know if you can tell what that is. This is the weirdest thing that somebody has asked me to make. Oh, that's a funny meme I have posted on. I have posted that on my Facebook page. But anywho, the lady who ordered this cake is for a man who was turning 50. His name is Lucky. She said he's a very heavy coffee drinker. He loves his coffee. So she wanted me to make like this is what she said she wanted. She wanted to make like a coffee cup or coffee pot or something with a breast. Don't ask me why. Do not ask me why. She wanted a breast on the coffee cup with like lingerie. Looked like had like lingerie. I asked her, did she want two breasts? Because that would make it, to me, I thought that would make it better. If it was two breasts, I could have made two small breasts, put it on top of the cake, and put lace on each breast. But she wanted just one breast. She's like, no, just one breast. Just one breast. And she wanted it to be green and black. So, that's what I came up with. So you can tell, like, this is the breast. This is supposed to be the breast. This is supposed to be like to represent the lace going. Like if this was an entire, if that was an entire negligee or whatever, it would have had like some frilly stuff around it and then flowing down, of course. But she just wanted the breast. So, and I made some lace to go around like the top of the bra lingerie area right there. And then here's another side of it. Of course, this is supposed to be the breast poking out from the top of the lace bra type lingerie. And that's a picture of it right over the top of it. So it kind of looks like a little breast poking out from below. But, oh, there's my new truck that I bought about a month ago. But yeah, so that so far is the weirdest that I've done so far. So, yeah. Chris is like, yeah, I see it now. Trust me. I've been requested to do a lot of different things. Matter of fact, a lot of different things. And I'm the kind of person where I'm a personal cake decorator, so I will do darn near whatever you want. Like somebody wanted me to make a penis shaped cake, and I'm like, okay, no biggie. I'm like, really, no biggie. Here's one I made too. Now this one is just like, let me see. Oh, where is it? Not a computer tripping. Okay. Here's another one I have made. Hope you can see it okay. That was a Patron cake. That was a Patron cake that I had did for somebody named Nuck. Happy birthday, Nuck, if you buck. Nuck, Nuck, if you buck. Hey, hey. That's one of my favorite songs. But if you go to Facebook and look up Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice, and I have a YouTube channel as well. That's see a picture of me with the bunny. This was taken, I don't know how many years ago, but it was after a football game that my sons had, and Bunny is their mascot. So I was taking a picture with the bunny. Ah, he's so cute. I'm gonna miss that bunny. My youngest son is graduating this year in about a month, so I will never be able to see that bunny again unless somebody I know end up going to school there, like my grandkids or niece and nephew or whatever. But yeah, I have a tons of pics on here that I've done. Tons of pics, cake pics. So many, so many. Can I pull this one up? Dang, can you see that one? I don't know why this picture looks so small on here. But anyway, here's a picture of one I did. I don't know why it won't come up. Maybe I need to go over to... I think I need to shut this whole internet. Not the internet, I think I need to shut that down. Let me open and reclose it. I mean, close it and reopen it. This computer been running all day. I fell asleep with my computer running. I don't know who I was watching. All kind of videos. I was watching all kind of videos on YouTube in my sleep. I woke up. That's what I was trying to tell Miss Gina earlier. I woke up from my nap. I done slept through Empire. I done slept through Star. I woke up from my nap. And I saw... it was on the video of Rita, and she was going off. She was in a car, and she was going off, and I'm like, what's going on now? And then she had somebody was in her chat, and they was like arguing with her or something. I'm not sure, because I just like closed it out and got up and started doing what I was doing. But I was like, what's going on now? I thought everything was cool. I mean, I just thought everything was cool, because I know she had it was at a point, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, where she was getting into it with different people who was attacking her. I don't know if I want to call it attacking, but they was going off on her page, her channel. And I don't know, everybody was kind of defending her, and I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. Okay, here's the cake I was trying to get you guys to see. This is one of the kitty cakes. Somebody had asked me to make a kitty cake. And it's shaped in a number 1, of course, because the child was turning 1. But yeah, they wanted a Sesame Street themed cake. And this is what I came up with. And they wanted it shaped into a 1. So basically what I did was I made 2 cakes. I think it was vanilla. Yeah, I think it was vanilla cakes that she wanted. So I made two sheet cakes, two half sheet cakes, and then I cut one of them into a shape of a number one. Now, of course, um, some of you might not know, but when you're making cakes like that, where you have to cut it to look like something else besides a normal round cake, you want to put each layer of the cake in the freezer for maybe like, I want to say maybe like 45 minutes, maybe. After it cools down, of course, after it already cools down on the counter, flip it out onto a cooling rack. And you want to put it in the freezer for maybe 45 minutes till it gets kind of hard. Because it's easier to cut it when it's hard. You do not want to shape a cake, sculpture a cake when it's warm. Even if it's totally cooled off, you still do not want to sculpture a cake, even if it's totally cooled off. You want it to be hard. Now, of course, after you take it out and cut it, and then you let it, cut it into a shape, then you frost it. After you frost it, then of course you can leave it sitting out, after you frost it so it can, come back to room temperature. But to sculpture a cake, you always want it hard. Because otherwise, it'll be too soft and you'll be cutting at it and you've been to cut off a whole chunk of the cake. The cake been to fell apart, start falling over, and then you have to start all over. Lessons learned. Trust me, I done learned a lot of lessons in this cake decorator thing. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. But yeah, she loved it. And the little 1-year-old, they only one. They don't really know what that is. They know it tastes good. They don't know no Big Bird, no Oscar the Grouch, no Elmo. They don't know any of that stuff. They just know it probably looks pretty and they want to eat it, and that's it. But yeah, the child liked it. So, that's all that matters. But yeah, I was just showing that to you because I make whatever people tell me to make. They give me an idea and I run with it. And I freestyle, so they give me an idea and I just run with it. So you said you want a sexy queen's cake for my birthday. And I've been trying to reach you every time I send you a message, Miss Gina. I don't know if you check your messages on IG or if you know how to check your messages on IG. I done sent you messages before on Facebook, on IG. Call me here. I done sent you my phone number. Everything. I'm like, is she ignoring me? But yeah, if you check your Facebook inbox messages, if you check your IG, you'll see messages from me over like the past 2-3 months. Every time I send you a message, I don't ever get no response. And I'm like, maybe she doesn't know how to use the IG messaging, because I'm not gonna lie. It took me a minute to learn how to use messaging on IG. People was like, I hit you up in the DMs. What DMs? Facebook? And I'm like, the DMs, I knew it was direct messaging, but I really never sent messages in IG. So I'm like, the DMs, I know the song, something in the DMs. It's going down in the... I know the song and everything, but I didn't realize about the messaging on the button. That's because I would see messages and then they would go away. Like you would get the notification, then they would go away. And when I would go back into IG to try to find the message, I'm like, where do I go to find my message? I'm like, I don't know. So it did take me a minute. You said I have not seen any. Yes, it's. Oh, you said you're not on Facebook so much, but that would probably explain that. But yeah, look in your message requests from your inbox messages on Facebook and also in IG. I sent you my phone number in IG like weeks ago because I wanted to ask you something. Yes, please check. Please check. I sure did. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull up my IG right now. Okay, here we go. Okay. Are you in your Miss Gina, are you in your Facebook inbox? But yeah, I sent you my phone number a while back. But I'm looking at the message right now, so it's there. But anyway, I'll be trying to reach out to you, child. I'll be trying. I'll be trying. Okay. Now, these letters that I created for the Cleveland Browns, I'm going to put them inside a like a freezer bag. It don't have to be a freezer bag. It can be any kind of baggie. It can be a sandwich bag, long as it's, that kind of material. Because you want your fondant letters or whatever you created with fondant, you want them to stay soft. Because fondant, if you let it sit out too long, it gets really hard and it gets brittle and then it cracks. And then you have to start all over. So being that I'm not going to... Tonight I'm just prepping the cake. That's all I'm doing tonight. I'm prepping the cake. So I bake the cake. After it cools off, I'm going to level the cake. Then I'm going to let the cake sit. One thing I learned from cake decorating is don't rush the process. I mean, anything that you ever done, anything that you ever succeeded at, whether it's decorating, whether it's any kind of hobby that you got, sewing, music, whatever, you cannot rush the process. Practice, 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 and patient at whatever it is that you love doing. And I learned that. I had many trials and errors, many mistakes before when it comes to decorating cakes. And one of them was leaving fondant out. And then come back to it and it's got hard and brittle. And then I had to start all over. All right, thank you, Miss Gina. Then you have to start all over. So now I'm about to make the Cleveland word. I'm going to make that in white. Because I got the browns. That's going to be in burnt orange color. So I already did that. So now I'm going to do the browns. The word Cleveland. Add a little bit more vegetable oil. But good night, Chris. Good night. Oh, Miss Gina, if you're still here, why was they upset with Rita today? I'll probably watch the video tomorrow. When I'm done with what I'm doing now, if I'm too tired, I probably won't be tired because I took a nap. I took a nap earlier and I overslept. I took like a 4-hour nap and overslept. And that's why I didn't do my Empire review after Empire went off tonight. After Empire and Star went off tonight, I didn't do my Empire review. That's too much. I don't need that much. But I'm like, maybe it's just for clicks and views again. I love how Brother Jay says, beefing for dollars. Beefing for dollars. Because Brother Jay, he'll tell you, sometimes he beef for dollars. But the thing about it is, with Brother Jay, he a trip, by the way. I think I needed to roll out some more fondant. Just shaping the letters for Cleveland. But usually when he into some kind of beef, it's usually now from what I could have seen. I could be wrong because I don't watch every single one of his videos, but usually it seems like beef comes to him sometimes because of something he might have talked about on his page about what's going on in the YouTube streets. Uh, and then somebody will come back and clap back at him for something he might have, like, kind of like Tracy. A lot of people like Tracy. A lot of people don't like Tracy. I like Tracy. I was so excited when Brother Jay finally talked her into starting her own channel. Because Tracy, I swear to God, if you miss anything, now she might not have all the 411 on the world news, celebrity news, TV shows and stuff like that. Like some other people, like, me, I'm a TV show, reality show. That's like my main thing. I review those. And then sometimes I'll do like celebrity, or trending, celebrity news or something like that. But mostly I do TV shows and reality shows. Some people report what's going on YouTube. And that's why I like Tracy, because if you miss anything, she be like having the 411. So, Brother Jay is like that too sometimes. Sometimes he'll commentate, because that's what YouTubers do. They are commentators. Commentate on something that they saw going on YouTube. And some people don't like what you say about them. If you let me put it this way. If you're on YouTube and you beefing with somebody, and somebody else is like, oh dang, it's going down over there. Hey y'all, such and such and such and such and such and such. You can't get mad at somebody else who's commentating on. I mean, I don't get it. You put all that stuff out there on YouTube, beefing with people and everything, and then you don't want nobody else to talk about it. It's kind of like celebrities. They put themselves out there and different things happen in their life out in the public. We talk about it. But then they get mad and they want to snap back because people talking about it. It's very crazy. It's very crazy. I will never get it. I'm like, if you don't want nobody to talk about you beefing and all that kind of stuff, don't beef. Just don't beef. Stay in the cut. Stay in the porch. Stay in the cut. Just be chilling. Laid back in the cut. That's how I be, laid back in the cut. But yeah. So where's my N? I need a letter N. Here we go. Letter N. Ooh, I might have enough fondant. I thought I might have to roll some more out. Cleveland. Clevelan. I need a D. Can I get a D, Vanna? Can I get a D, Vanna White? Cleve. I need another L. Okay, there we go. That's all the letters to Cleveland. Cleveland Browns. Oh, you know what that remind me of? You know that TV show? That black, I do with my, oh, here we go. That black, cartoon, that black family cartoon show. Not black family cartoon show like only black people can watch it, but you know what I mean. The family on the show is black. And they call it the Clevelands. That's their last name. But that show is funny. It's really funny. I don't know if you ever seen the Clevelands, but it's on Hulu. If you wanted to watch like all the episodes, all the seasons, it's on Hulu. Sometimes when I be working during the daytime, because I work at home during the daytime, I'll find something to watch on TV to try to stay entertained. Because one thing about working from home, it has its good moments and it has its bad moments. And one of the bad moments is when it's really quiet in the house, nobody's home, no kids, you know, you don't have nobody sitting next to you like at the workplace where you can talk and chop it up and talk about what's going on this weekend, what you did last weekend, talk about your kids, whatever. There's nobody to talk to. So if it gets too quiet, I'd have to have TVs on. I have to be watching something. Like, I'll have my TV. My TV's not in front of me, in front of my desk. It's like behind me. So I'm not constantly watching it while I'm working. I did that purposely. But I can at least hear it. And if I want to see something, I can just turn around and look at it. But I can at least hear it. Because if it gets too quiet when you're working from home, I'll be like bored. Like, even if you're working, you be working and you're bored, you know what I mean? Like, you're working, you're doing something productive, but it's like, oh my God. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe what I'm trying to say. Like, I'll be watching YouTube videos too. Because if you're working from home and it's too quiet, you don't have anything to entertain you per se, like you would at work. You know, we're talking with neighbors and talking to your friends, your supervisor, your coworkers. You know what I mean? It gets kind of boring, and you'd be like, "Oh, just I don't know." It's just kind of this feeling that you get, and you're like, "Dang, it's so quiet. Maybe I should go back work at the office today," because you just want to have, like. You just want the entertainment, the sounds, the noise. Sometimes I miss that noise from work, like hearing the fax machine beep in the distance, or hearing somebody stapling some papers, or going off because their computer isn't working right, or the gossip, the water cooler gossip. Even though I'm really not a big gossiper when it comes to work, like. I'm more of like the listener when it comes to work. I'm the listener. You can tell me all the tea, and it stays right there. It stays right in my head because I'm the listener. And people, even at my part-time job, where I work only a few hours a week at the nursing home, I'm telling you, I hear so much from work, from so many different people, and I'll be like, what, for real? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. They did what? When? Why? How? Where? When? How? Why? Where? But one thing about me, I'm a very confidential person. I take pride in being a confidential person. So usually, even when I'm on this here YouTube, I know the rules to YouTube. Don't say too much about anything too personal. Especially about your family or your kids or, something like that. Because people on YouTube like to do doxing. They like to go outside of YouTube if they don't like you or they trying to get revenge on you because of something you might have commentated about on their channel, or if they just jealous or whatever. They'll do doxing. And doxing is when they go outside of YouTube. They find information about you. They might put it on the YouTube, like your phone number, your address, looking up your personal information. Like, I mean, if y'all never ran across something like that, y'all probably looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, who does that? Who does that? But it does happen more than you know if you don't know at all. I've seen it done. And that's why a lot of people is afraid of getting real close to people on YouTube because of that right there. Because a lot of times you be wanting to reach out to somebody. Like, we see people all the time on YouTube. Be like, man, they so cool. I bet they be the coolest kind of person to hook up with and kick it with outside of YouTube. Hey, O'Neal TV, what's going on? I'm just sitting here working on a cake order that I have for tomorrow. A Cleveland Brown football cake, birthday cake order. And I'm just making my little fondant pieces that are going to go on top of the cake. And I dropped something. But, and just chit-chatting. No particular subject. We just chit-chatting. Hold on, I dropped one of my pieces. I got to wash it and clean it off. Okay. I'm back. But yeah, it happens on YouTube a lot, more than people know. People doxing, people going behind the scenes, finding out where your kids go to school, finding out where exactly you work, where exactly you live, stalking you, and it's a lot of that goes on YouTube that I would have never, let me say that again, never, ever would have imagined that goes on YouTube. Like, when you just a watcher of YouTube, like, you find your favorite celebrity or your favorite, not a YouTuber, you're mainly just watching certain individuals. You don't really go as far to just watching hundreds and hundreds of different people on YouTube. You just, if you're not a YouTuber, you just don't do that. So you don't really know the inside of YouTube and a lot of the commentators. So when you also get, when you actually get a YouTube channel and you started seeing all these different people and all these different commentators and hearing what's going on and witnessing this stuff day to day, I was like appalled when I first started seeing what some of the darker sides of YouTube. I was appalled. I'm still appalled to this day about some of the stuff I see going on YouTube. I just be like, are you kidding me? Oh my God. And some people are like, they shut their channels down, or they be wanting to start a channel, but once they see everything that's going on YouTube, all the beefs, all the fights, all the doxing, all the people coming for each other outside of YouTube and trying to get all in your personal life, they be like, oh no, I'll pass. I ain't ready. I ain't ready. I ain't ready for this here YouTube. But I mean, they say all the time that you have to have some thick skin. O'Neal TV said, nothing much, just cooling, waiting for my battery to charge for my camera. Oh, okay. I need to get me a camera. I've been watching a lot of videos on cameras to try to decipher which one I want to get, because I definitely go live a lot, almost daily. So I don't do that much editing. Well, actually, I don't do any editing. I'm just not. I know a lot of people is into that editing stuff and doing all kind of different videos, and well, you know, they record them first. They don't go live. They record them first, and then they upload them after they edit them and stuff like that. And they be looking really nice. Some people are really, really good at that. Like, really good at editing videos and making them look all nice and, you know, professional, and have stuff popping all out of place, stuff all over their screen. And that's really nice. I just don't, I'm not an editor. I go live all the time. So what you get is what you get. Some people don't like going live, so they like to edit their videos so that they could bring a lot of attention to their videos, or so they can look nicer or whatnot. But one thing I learned from this here YouTube is that whether you edit your videos and make them look all fancy like a production or whatever, or whether you go live like me and like a lot of other people, it's all about the content. It's really, you can have all kind of blingy stuff flying around your screen, all kind of words going this way, that way, cool ways that your channel it flips from screen to screen, all that kind of stuff. But if your content ain't good, it don't really matter how much time you spend on editing your videos. So that's one thing I learned. I know a lot of people who are big YouTubers, and they got thousands and thousands of subscribers, and they don't do all that editing. They don't. They normally come to you live, in real time, and they have large followings. So ain't nothing wrong with editing, though. It's really cool. It looks good. It looks nice. But if you're going to have the editing, you better have the good content, too. And it's kind of like cake decorating. Like me, being a personal cake decorator. There's a lot of cake decorators in my area. CLEVELAND. Just want to make sure I had all my letters so I can put them up. Seal them in a plastic baggie so they can stay nice and soft. Because, again, fondant, if you leave it out, it gets real hard and brittle and dry, and then you can't do nothing with it when it's time to decorate the cake. So after you created everything you want to create with your fondant, put it in a clean plastic baggie, seal it up real good, and just sit it flat somewhere till you're ready to put your pieces on your cake. But yeah, I want to get me a camera though, because for my cakes and stuff, because I have a cake decorating channel called Tanya's Primetime TV, and then I have another channel called The Hood Table, DA space HOOD space table, The Hood Table. On that channel, it's a collaborating channel with me and one of my friends that I grew up with. Not necessarily grew up with, because we were almost both grown when we met, but just been knowing for a long time. And if you guys are already over there on that other channel, please look for the notification. I'm gonna schedule a live, so please make sure you got the bell hit over there, because we're gonna go live again this Saturday evening, and we have a great topic to discuss at the Hood Table about family and friends. So me and Samantha, which is my friend Sam, my sister from another mister, we have a collaboration channel. A lot of y'all probably seen her with me on this channel before, collaborating on movie reviews. But now we have our own collaborating channel. We joined forces and we got a channel together, and it's called The Hood Table. Not the, but the, D-A, and then hood, and then table. So look that up on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We did a live last Saturday. You guys have to check it out. If y'all have not seen the video that we did live on Saturday, it was a review of that movie called Us, that really crazy movie that was produced or created, something like that, by the same people who made the movie Get Out. So, it started off reviewing Us, and then it went to all other directions after that. It went into all kind of other directions after that. So you guys you want to definitely check that out. And it was so funny. I mean, a lot of people like us. That's why we ended up creating that YouTube channel, because a lot of people, when we was doing our movie reviews over here on my channel together, a lot of people really liked us, and we've been trying to get Sam to get her own YouTube channel. She's not quite ready for that. She doesn't want to do it. I told her I think she would be a great YouTuber, but she's like, you know what? She considered a collaboration channel, whereas me and her. So I was like, okay, cool. That's close enough. If she decides to get her own channel later in the future, which I can't see that happening anytime soon because she just doesn't want one. Hey, Miss Corey. You was just about to go live. Oh, go live. Go live. I only got one person over here watching, which is you, I believe. I had other people in here earlier, but I think some of them went to bed. And you're in Cali, so it's like 11 here. So see, here, it's 11 where you are. Here, it's like 1:10 a.m. So like 2:10 a.m. in the east. So yeah, I can come over to your channel because I'm just up decorating or prepping for a cake that I'm making for somebody's birthday, because I'm a personal cake decorator. But yeah, so I'll probably wrap this up really, really quickly, because a lot of people have signed off, and plus I'm about done anyway with what I'm doing. But yeah, so everybody please make sure you subscribe to The Hood Table. That's my new channel, my new collaboration channel. Check out our first video that we did a few days ago. It is hilarious. I actually watched the video because people was telling me, like, at work and stuff, you guys are hilarious, y'all funny, y'all great together, stuff like that. And I'm like, let me watch this video. So I watched it, and I swear to God, I was in tears, like, almost all throughout the video. Watch it myself, because I'm like, oh my God, we were really funny. And I hear that all the time about me and her, that we really funny and we crazy. But, when you can watch your own stuff and you can laugh at yourself and you're like, oh, okay, this some good stuff right here. This some good content. So yes, well, see, Miss Corey, I was up because I was trying to take a nap earlier because I was really tired, and I was trying to take a nap and be woke again by 7 p.m. to watch Empire, and then take a few notes, jot a few notes down, and come back with an Empire review. A few hours later. My butt done slept all the way to almost 10:30 or something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I meant to start on this cake tonight that I have for somebody for their birthday for tomorrow. And I was like, oh Lord, let me get in here and start baking this cake. But since I told people I was going to go live, I was like, well, I'll go live anyway, just chit chat while I'm making this cake. But yeah, I'll just do my Empire review tomorrow night. But yeah, you said I think I'm having second thoughts. You sleepy? And see, I'm wide awoke now. I'm like wide awoke. Like, oh my God. I'm just like, I'm wide awoke. Everybody else is asleep. But that's what happens when you fall asleep earlier in the evening and sleep till like 9 or 10 o'clock. Sure. I'm up now. What I might do is just go ahead and just watch people's videos and stuff. A lot of times I be giving people a lot of watch hours. They don't even know. Sometimes I don't even comment in the chat. I just be watching. All kind of different people. Just be watching. But yeah, I like to help people with their watch hours because that's what I'm working on right now too. So, and I know a lot of people told me that they're going to help me with my watch hours too. So yeah, that's a good way to support each other. When you're especially when people are trying to get monetized. That's a good way to support each other. Just watch their videos, hit their playlist. That's why I always tell people about playlists. It's so important for you to have playlists on your channel, like so vital to your YouTube channel. Because especially if you're a YouTuber like me, who talk about different subjects. I do reviews on reality shows and TV shows and celebrities and stuff like that. So it really helps to have, like, if like all the stuff R. Kelly went through, I got like, I don't know, 5 or 6, 7 videos on R. Kelly. If you put all your stuff in a playlist, they can just, oh, she has an R. Kelly playlist. Let me play. You just hit play, and it just starts from the oldest video and just keeps playing. It just goes all the way through all the videos. You don't have to hit no buttons after that. Just hit play. It'll play one video, then immediately go to the next one. Even with my reviews, if it's Empire or Hip Hop Atlanta LA or Hip Hop Atlanta New York or Love and, basketball wise or whatever, Housewives of Atlanta, I have playlists for everything. Everything. So that's a good way to get people to give you watch time, because a lot of times people be at home, they be doing stuff, they be cooking, they got kids, they got clean up, they work from home, whatever. But if they hit your playlist, they can hit your playlist and be walking around doing whatever they want or whatever they're doing, and they can be listening to you in the distance. They don't have to keep getting up, stop this one, go out, go to the next video, push play, all that kind of stuff. It really helps. It really does. So I do recommend that. Yes, Miss Corey, yes. I definitely recommend that to people, especially if you're trying to get your watch hours up. So that's what I do. I'll hit people's playlists real quick. And then I even have a playlist called My Life, where it's basically every video that I make that has nothing to do with really any commentary or reviews. Like if I'm at somebody's house kicking and playing cards, or if I'm at church, or like I did a video the other day. Took my son prom shopping. We was looking at tux and stuff like that, and I was live with you guys. That would be under My Life. So those playlists, yeah, they really help. They really, really do. I'm just finishing up some of these fondant letters that I'm doing. This is going to be a Dirty 30 birthday cake. I didn't put all my letters up. I forgot I had to do the word dirty. Dirty and 30. Dirty and 30. A dirty 30. A dirty 30. But yeah, and this guy is going to be 30 years old. So I'm going to have the word dirty and white, and I'm going to have the number 30 in like a burnt orange to match the other Cleveland Brown letters. Because it's a Cleveland Brown dirty 30 cake. And again, I'm just working on, I'm just prepping the cake tonight. The cake is already cooked. Y'all saw me take that out the oven earlier. Let's see, where's my Y? D-I-R-T-Y. Okay. So the cake is already done. It's cooling. I'll decorate it tomorrow. Make my frosting. Get up early in the morning and make my frosting. Make my frosting, color my frosting. D-I-R-T-Y. There we go. Dirty 30. I almost forgot. Well, I would have just had to make the Dirty 30 part tomorrow. But good thing I remembered. Because I always try to prep my cakes beforehand. Especially if I have to do letters or pictures or numbers or anything like that has to go on the cake. I always try to prep those ahead of time. So once I make the cake and put the frosting on it, the base frosting, the base decoration, then I can just throw the other stuff on it. But yeah, so I'm about done here. Hey, Peanut Butter. Hey, what you doing up? What time is it where you at? I know Miss Corey is in California. So I know there's like, 11:19? So that's not too late. That's not too late. And see, again, I fell asleep earlier, and I had a long old nap. I had a long nap earlier. When I woke up, I was like, dang, I missed Empire. I was supposed to do an Empire review. But I needed that sleep. I even told my son, I said, dang, I always do that to them. Even when I don't tell them to wake me up. I be like, dang, why y'all let me sleep so long? They be like, well. And I told my son, I said, why you let me sleep so long? He was like, well. Then he started trying to be funny, talking about, well, see, it was real quiet in here, and I was playing my games, and I'm like, so what you trying to say? When I'm woke, it's real noisy? Probably so, because I be telling them to do stuff. Is your room clean? Did you wash the dishes? Did y'all take out the trash? Yeah, he was trying to be funny. Like, yeah, it was all quiet and stuff. You know, I just let you get your sleep. Kids are a trip. And that's what we're going to be talking about this weekend on the Hood Table channel. So, again, make sure y'all subscribe to the Hood Table. I'm going to put the link in here. Matter of fact, let me find the link. Girl, that nap was good. I told my son I was going to take me a cat nap. And then 4-5 hours later, I wake up. But yes, let's see here. Let's see. YouTube. I got to stretch across so I can reach the laptop. I'm going to put the link in here for the Hood Table, y'all. But if you pull it up, if you type it in, you'll run across it. It'll immediately come up if you typed it in, but I'm gonna give you guys the link anyway. Put it in the chat. That way you can just click on the link, go right over to the Hood Table, hit subscribe, hit the notification, and you in like fleeing, honey. And make sure you check out our first video that we did the other day. It was really good. It was really good. A lot of people enjoyed it. It was our first video. We didn't think nobody was going to be there because, you know, when you first start a YouTube channel, you don't really have a lot of supporters yet. So, but I have been talking about it, you know, on this channel, my main channel. And I've been telling a couple of my friends and a couple of my family members. The lady that I'm collaborating with on that channel, which is my friend, Samantha, she's who I collaborate with on that channel, and our first video was all that, y'all, all that. So make sure y'all go over there and check that video out. It's the only video that's over there right now because we literally just got started, and I was so thankful for the people who showed up for our first live, because again, you know how it is when you start your first channel, you don't really have a lot of subscribers or nothing like that. But we had about, you know, during the live, I think we had about 30 people who had tuned into the live. And I was like, oh my goodness, we ain't over here talking to ourselves. Because when I first started this channel, you know, I was like alone. I was like alone when I first started making videos. It was just me. It was just me. And then I started telling, you know, family and friends, you know, to subscribe and posting it on Facebook. And more people would come after they, of course, hit the notification bell. They would be able to watch my lives. Or at least go back and watch it after I was done recording. But, yeah, I was so thankful. I was like, oh my gosh. People was in the chat. We had them cracking up. We told some hood tales, some stories from the hood, you know, from our lives. And that's like the main focus of the Hood Table. You was in that live? Yes, you was, Peanut Butter. Yep. But that's the main idea of the Hood Table. If you saw the live, you know exactly what the channel is going to be, what direction the channel is going to take. because we might do a review on a movie. We might commentate on stuff that goes down on YouTube. We might commentate on our lives. But the hood table is all about just being able to sit down and just talk about anything and everything. Of course, you know, it's a respectful channel. It might be a little hoodish, because we both from the hood. Me and my sister friend, Samantha, we both from the hood. But we told a few hood tales on the first video about some things we went through, you know, when we were younger and stuff. But yeah, it's the hood table. The hood. DAHOOD table. The hood table. And I put the link in the chat. I'll also put the link in the comment section so people can see the link there too. But yeah, it's the hood table. So anything, if you ever been in the hood, raised in the hood, or hung out in the hood, you know, anything can happen in the hood. You don't know what direction it's going to go day to day. So that's what the hood table is. We might talk about all kind of stuff. Sometimes when we come to you guys, we won't even have a topic. We'll just be talking. And of course, we're going to share stuff, you know, from growing up in the hood. But yeah, so make sure you guys check that channel out, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, please, and thank you. Thank you very kindly. I sure appreciate it. I sure do appreciate it. I'm trying to put my numbers, my letters back in this thingy majigger. But let's see, did I miss some comments? Miss Corey, come watch my video, please. It's real short. Why did it hide your comment? I don't know why it hid your comment, Peanut Butter, but I clicked it so it will show up. But oh, you from the Shy too? You up there with Miss Gina. Miss Gina, Queen of Talk. Miss Gina, Queen of Talk is in Chicago too. I'm in the Midwest, but I'm in Omaha. Omaha, Nebraska. Yes, that's where I am. Good old Omaha, Nebraska. Almost right in the middle of the United States. We are literally almost right in the middle of the United States. Surrounded by Kansas, Iowa. You said I stay in Houston, Texas. Oh, you stay in Houston, Texas now? I've been through Houston, not like in Houston, but I drove through there because every time we go see one of my relatives, like lately, it's been like every 2 years, we done went down there, and she's in San Antonio. So we have to, you know, when we driving down, and oh, that's a nice drive. Lord Jesus, that's a nice drive. But when we get to Texas, I swear, from leaving Omaha to the border, the top part of Texas, after you go through Oklahoma and everything, the top part of Texas, I swear, it seemed like the top part of the Texas to get to San Antonio, you know, driving through all the big cities in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, you know, all that, and then getting down to San Antonio, I swear, that drive is longer than the drive from going through Nebraska and going through like 3-4 states and then getting to Texas. I'm like, dang, it almost takes a day to get through Texas by itself. That state is huge. I mean, Lord, that ooh. And the rush hour traffic, it don't matter what time we leave Nebraska, we always hit rush hour traffic somewhere in Texas. Because of how big the state is, you just can't avoid it. You're either going to get the morning, you're going to get the noon, or you're going to get the evening rush hour traffic. There's no way to avoid it. But, so yeah. But it's beautiful down there. I love Texas. I love it. And she stayed like in San Antonio. I don't know exactly what part of it. Like if it's the, I know it ain't the hood because it'd be like nice lawns and not saying the hood can't have nice lawns. Let me take that back. But you know what I mean. In my city, I know the hood versus the suburbs. Okay. You know, it just look different. It looks different. So, not saying you can't have nice lawns, because I get my lawn cut professionally every every 10 days in the summertime. Matter of fact, my the guy who does my lawn just hit me up a few days ago. He's like, "We're going to start cutting the lawns, next week. It's warm now, we're going to start doing the lawn." And he calls me Tanya Jean. I don't know why. It's an older guy, actually one of my guy friends' father. He has his own lawn service. And he's been cutting my lawn for years. And I don't know where the Jean part came from, but he always calls me Tanya Jean. He's an old Southern guy. Tanya Jean, we going to be cutting your grass. I'm like, why does he call me that? I never questioned it, though. I just like, okay. And he'll come over when he's cutting the grass. Okay, Tanya Jean, we done. Come outside and take a look. I'll be like, hey, I already know you done hooked it up. But some people be like, why do you get your grass professionally done when you have two sons? Like, I used to hate when people say stuff like that. Like, I remember one time somebody said something like, guys who don't mow the lawn are lazy kids. They didn't necessarily say that about my sons, but it was a conversation that I heard. I don't know if I was there or if I overheard it or if it was on Facebook or whatever. I can't remember. But my thing with my family per se is my sons grew up very busy lives. I had a very busy life. I used to work 2 to 3 jobs. Right now I have a main job and I work a couple of hours at a nursing home, and then I also decorate cakes. But when they were younger, I worked like 2 jobs, went to school. They played sports all year round, all year. When I say all year, not just through the school year, summertime too. They had really busy lives, and we did too. So I hired somebody to do my lawn. That's just one thing that they did not do. They do other stuff around the house, take out the trash, clean up. We all do certain things around the house. Somebody might do dishes this day. Somebody else will do it the next day. Somebody clean the bathroom this day. So I don't have lazy kids at all. At all. They worked through high school, played sports all through high school, did their homework, all that other kind of stuff that kids do. So for somebody to say, if you have sons and they don't cut your lawn, you got lazy kids, don't let people. That's one thing we was talking about this a little bit on the hood table last weekend. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about it this weekend when we go live Saturday. But one thing I mention all the time, don't let nobody tell you how to raise your kids. What's good for you might not be good for somebody else. Somebody else could have their kid up at 5 o'clock in the morning, out there cutting the lawn or whatnot. And they might be satisfied with how well they do and whatnot. Me, I prefer a professionally cut yard. Not only because my kids were busy a lot, and I was busy a lot, it was just, it fit for my family to have somebody professionally do my lawn. That's just it. Like, some people do things. Some people get their nails done. Some people at the beauty shop every week. Some people, just do certain things with their money, and they don't want you to tell them what to do with their money or how to spend their money. But people love to tell you how to spend your money. See, I don't do that. I don't do that. What works for you might not work for me. I like having my lawn professionally done. I like it to look like $1 million lawn. Like, for real. Seriously. No leaves, bagged up, grass mulched. Sprayed for bugs, sprayed for weeds. All the stuff that I have done to my lawn all summer long by the same person who's been doing it for years. Yeah, it costs me a little change every time I get it done, but hey, again, I don't tell people how they spend their money. I don't tell people how to raise their kids. That's one thing that's always been a pet peeve for me, because everything doesn't work for every family. So, again, I say that don't ever let nobody tell you how to raise your kids. Now, if you want to ask people for advice about a situation that you're going through with your kids, that's cool. But I'm talking about the people who's, girl, why you let your kid go there? Girl, why you let your kid, they got a girlfriend, what? Dang, they got a cell phone already? What? I mean, I know y'all know people like that, and please don't be people like that. Please don't be people like that. If somebody asks you your opinion about their child, it's okay to see, because, hey, not a lot anymore, but when I was first raising my kids, people used to ask me stuff all the time because I had very well behaved, good mannered children and still do. One's 22, one's 18. They still well mannered, good children. They get on my nerves every now and then, just like any kid does with any parent. But overall, they pretty good kids. And so people would ask me for my advice, how you do this, how you do that. Like, I would tell them, like, okay, well, this is what I do. But it's not like, okay, what you need to do is tell your son da 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 da. No. So yeah, that's one. That has been a big pet peeve for me, especially when people's children, um, nobody's children, not mine, not yours. Nobody's children are perfect. No parents are perfect. No parents are perfect. And M Doll said they done jacking. Thanks and good night. You a fool. You a fool. I'm gonna report that channel. uh 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 Okay. Okay, just reported that channel. See, I just don't block. But, I report too. Them trolls, them troll pages that be coming on your page, everybody, once you get bigger on YouTube, once your platform gets bigger, once you get like your subscriber count gets really big, the trolls gonna start coming. They're gonna start coming. They're gonna start coming. Some people just be hiding them, might time them out. Nope, I report. I report so your channel can get flagged or taken down. So, anywho, what was I saying? Yeah. It's okay to just lend an ear when somebody wants to talk to you about something. It's not always necessary that you should actually tell people what to do and how to raise their own children. If they ask you for advice, feel free to give it to them if you want. But as far as like some parents, like, especially when they have kids that are always giving them grief, let me put it that way, being bad, stuff like that, being bad or treating you like crazy or things like that. Basically, I would not want to take advice from somebody who can't get their child to even go to school on a regular basis. Know what I'm saying? Or somebody who's always talking back to them or being disrespectful to them or any other adults and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So some people, you can't listen to them try to tell you advice about your kid, because they can't even control their own kid. But anywho, let me go ahead and yeah, that's what we gonna do right there. Okay. M-Dolls has just been reported and deleted and hidden. Oh, I'm just reading some comments. funny. I mean, they annoying, but they funny because it's like, wow, you have so much free time on your hands. Wow. Oh my gosh. I wish I had so much free time on my hand to troll other people's channels. I just wish I did. But I have too many other important things going on in my life. See, when you have a life, you don't have time to troll people's pages. When you have a life. Some people don't have a life. So they have to troll people's pages. You know, trolls, I guess, you know, they have to have something to do with themselves. They have to have something to do with themselves. But y'all know, a view is a view. A view is a view. So if they trolling your channel, they watching. And when it comes to getting monetized, as long as the video is monetizable, I should say, like not restricted, or, you know, every video we make can't be monetized by YouTube. Some videos I even put on restrictions because we might be talking about something that you got to be 18 years or older to listen to. And, you know, you would restrict the video, so it won't be recommended by YouTube to possible people who are underage, or who might not want to hear cussing, or, you know, things like that. But yeah. So I am done with the fondant letters and numbers that I'm going to put on this cake. So I'm putting them all in a plastic baggie so they can stay soft. Until I'm ready to put them on the cake tomorrow. So, okay, y'all. I sat here and chit-chatted with you guys for quite some time. So, I'm going to go ahead and tune off. I'll still probably be up for a minute. So, if anybody else is going live, just type it in the chat and let me know so I can come over to your channel. Because I still have some other things that I need to do for this cake. I have to level the cake and then clean up after myself. Clean up after myself. So, anywho, you guys, it was great talking to you guys this evening. I hope you enjoyed the video. A little chit-chat about cake decorating, a little chit-chat about YouTube, a little chit-chat about family, kids, and whatever. It was just a little chit-chat, little late night chit-chat. That's why I titled the video that. But anywho, you guys, again, I'm going to say it one more time. Let me put the link in here again, one more time. The link that I just put in the chat is to my very new collaboration YouTube channel with my sister friend Samantha. We have one video over there so far. Our goal is to do a video a week, since that's a collaboration channel. People who collaborate, unless you actually live together or see each other every stinking day, you cannot collaborate and do a video every stinking day. So we're going to come to you guys at least once a week. So this Saturday we're going to come to you guys again, and we're going to have a live Saturday evening, probably around 8 p.m. Between like 8 and 9 p.m. We'll come to you live on the Hood Table channel. DAHOOD Table. The Hood Table. So make sure you go over there, subscribe to that channel, hit the notification bell so you can get all the notifications when we go live. Watch that first video over there that we have over there. It's a movie review of Us, the movie Us. Plus, we talked about all kind of other stuff too. So check that video out. It gives you kind of like a sense of the direction that we'll be taking for this channel. And it's good entertainment. It's really good entertainment. Our aim is to definitely entertain you guys. Keep you tickled. Keep you inspired. And also, you know, talk about hood tales, things that we done been through, you know, growing up as children, as teenagers, as young adults, as parents, you know, it's a good channel. It's a good channel, you guys. It's a great channel. So I'm glad everybody has gone over there so far. I think we got like 100 and we got almost 150 subscribers, and we literally just created the channel Friday. So it hasn't even been a week, and we already got like 150 people. So I appreciate everybody who's already over there. Please make sure you guys tune into that channel, support us on that channel. Samantha, she's not a YouTuber, so this is like not her own channel, but it's a collaboration channel with me. So it's still kind of like her first time being a YouTuber. So, you know, she got a little practice on my channel though, because we've been doing Sisters from Another Mister movie reviews for like the last 6 months. So she's ready. She's ready to have her own channel, or at least a collaboration channel with me. And you will love her. She's really sweet. She's really funny. She's crazy just like I am. Good crazy. Not crazy crazy. Not crazy crazy mental crazy. Like strapped in a straight jacket crazy. Not that crazy, but funny crazy. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. Thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for supporting my other channel, The Hood Table. Also, don't forget about my cake decorating channel called Tanya's Delights, Slice by Slice. And if you want to take a peek at some of my cake work, some of my cake art, go to Facebook, Tanya's Delights, Slice by Slice, and click the like button. Support me on that Facebook page as well. And if you click on photos, it'll take you through tons and tons of photos of my cake art, my cake work. So, again, thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for being very supportive of me. I really do appreciate it. And Samantha does too. Samantha does too. And in the meantime and in between time, Prime Time Squad, y'all know how we do. Stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.